I need to do. So I'm going to be republishing the Coast to Coast AM files that I stole from the dude. And I can, well, for now, I'm going to have to publish them as is, maybe just clips at Facebook. But until I can invest in the AI, I might not chance it on publishing them at YouTube. I'll look into the laws and see. But I'm pretty sure that if there's no other way to get these recordings, that I'm in the clear on that, and it's fair use. So it's, now this is something that made me a good amount of money as far as, like, the public was paying me to do it. They were donations effectively, but I was providing the service without asking for money, and people were giving me money to do it. And there's so much to that, you know, because we're human beings and we need things to survive, like comforts even. If you're stressed, no, you're not producing, you're not creating. That's the aspect to entropy or contracting in general. And that's a human physiological condition that anyone needs to understand. If I'm stressed, I'm not going to be as creative. So we're republishing. Oh, exactly. I guess I was doing this at C2CAM via World Redress. And that's my page at Facebook right now. Then I would have had it flooded with followers, but I need the right followers. I want you to find World Redress slowly but surely through my social media, because I can't have a bunch of people there who are just here because of the way I look or something. You know, you need to pay attention to what I'm saying, because I wouldn't be out here for any other reason. And that's what we all, like, some people are very concerned with the way they look online. And not me. I'm going to come as I am. So we're republishing Coast to Coast AM at World Redress, and then World Redress, the website. And exactly, I just have to republish articles. And update. What do you call that? Like when you make something modern. But yes, it's going to prompt me to write a lot of things. So worldredress.com, and that's a blog. And exactly, if they took the website from me at the time when I needed it most, I would appreciate it. And it's so true. Like, I get that my sponsor is helping me in one way or another because of my brother, Uncle Paul. And it's, yeah, he would have me left for dead, my uncle, not Uncle Paul. I call him Uncle Paul, my brother, because yes, he's my son's uncle. But I do believe that the care and concern that I'm picking up on is really for, I'm not supposed to be privy to it, let's just say. So World Redress, the blog, World Redress Facebook. And so, yeah, I'm expecting to get donations. From republishing the Coast to Coast AM, and then World Redress will be monetized with ads. So the kind of ads I need are like Isogenics, because I'm an associate with them. Sun Warrior, I'd like to do affiliate marketing for them. And exactly, I'm just like any slum bum. And I always wanted that to be the case when I was a raw food chef before, and people didn't see it that way. They're like, so are you some sort of Nazi? Like, no, what do you mean? But now I get it, because there were these Nazis out there. You know, there's people who are like, you're wrong for being the way you are. People are the way that they are, and that you accept that. That's the only way you can help them. So now, then, I guess I'm just going to put it over here, and then other ways to make money. Other money making. And I've just got to start with eBay, because once I have these items flowing, then you know, the tiny house will be clean, etc., etc. And there's a lot of valuable things there. Like, I'm so glad I didn't just get fed up and throw it away. And eBay, and then house cleaning. I'm very serious about this job because I'm good at it. But I'm going to need to be able to afford insurance, which is, I want to put aside $100 a month for insurance. So getting insured. And so my plan is to just stay with Homoglow as long as they're useful to me and kind to me. But then otherwise just be making my own contacts. So, I mean, if I'm prepared to only stay with Homoglow a month, because, I mean, a week. I would like to stay with them up to 3 months. But so far, they haven't been very professional, and then they're blaming me for that, when they obviously seem to be a new business. Like, if there are problems, you need to assess and address those problems, not just blame people for the fact that you couldn't do your protocols. Okay, well, if you only have one way of doing the protocol, you're going to need to find multiple ways so that you can serve multiple people. And otherwise, don't put your ad out there for just anyone to find. Okay? You need to do this in places where, in like a city or whatever, if you can't be sensitive to the needs of people, like in a rural town, like where I am. So that right there is, because exactly, I'm hoping to have, like, I said jobs, 5 jobs, but like 5 sources of income, and this is 1, 2, 4. And so the 5th one is like, I guess I've got to call it the movie, because whether it does make me money or not, and exactly, that's the high risk thing. So we'll just call it that. High risk. This is having me think of, what is that called? Ikigai. This is my ikigai, like my purpose, you know? Okay, so high risk, though, and that's the movie. And so what I'm investing in, though, so that means all these 4 things are going to invest in, like my AI program and even a new laptop if I'm that fortunate. So that's what I need. And exactly, I blew a certain amount of money on this recently. I have $1.20 now. And no worries. I have enough to get through this week and just count on everything else. And so I have to call this eBay and cross-posting, so I don't forget that it's like Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, call that Facebook MP, and where else am I publishing? I might try something new. And then, like, on the ground, I'm going to have one. Because the Piggly Wiggly nearby, the grocery store, it's closed. And there's not much going on over there. So I'm thinking that for donations, I can give books away on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm calling it Books for Free / donations. And the reason I want to do that is because I've got great books and there are people coming to visit. It's the season, it's April. And so what that means is people are going to their houses and they might want some books. They might want a box of books even. So if they just want to donate gas money, basically, because that's all I'm concerned with. And I can finally be concerned with gas money and not feel bad because this baby doesn't need much. She's like, people might think I'm so noble for having driven Bertha around for so long, but she took so much gas. So that was another reason I didn't drive her much, because I felt bad wasting gas. I felt bad leaking oil, stuff like that. So this car just, I'm spending less on gas, and that means I'm using less gas. But it's how it needs to be because I'm about to be driving around. That was the thing about having a job, is you're in one place the whole time. So with this, yes, I'll be driving here, there, and anywhere, but that's fine. I've had jobs like this before, and it's a beautiful thing to actually discover the countryside and whatnot, which I'll be doing here. All right. Oh, I do want to say that I'll probably be listing these books on eBay, at least some of them. The ones that are in good condition and that are good titles and everything. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources of income. Excuse me. And then we've got the high risk thing, the movie. And the movie could bring me a year's pay. A decent year's pay. Like if I made $20,000 off of it. If I made more, that's what, that'd be nice. But if I made $10,000 off of it, that would be fine too. Just a year's pay, $8,000, $10,000, $25,000, whatever it may be. And then I have other screenplays. So I'm feeling like if I can really sell a good one once a year, if that. then I've got pretty much the rest of my life covered. And that's all I'm concerned with. I don't want to be wondering what I'm going to be doing for work. Because exactly, although I have my brother who's like been there for me when S hit the fan, it's not in me to just rely on him solely. It's one reason why I'm still walking at this point. Because the last thing I wanted, and then but at the prospect of losing the ability to walk, I realized, oh crap, I don't want this. I don't want people having to do everything for me, etc., etc. So come heck or high water, I got back on my feet eventually. I want to show you something. It's this beautiful stone. It's like green and red or brown. And it reminds me of my house. Because there's green shutters. Oh, they're green shutters. Green Shutters was the name of a restaurant around here. But it closed because it couldn't compete with... Well, it couldn't compete here to begin with, I'm sure, but... I'm going to take you all somewhere today. Just up the street, but it's the lookout, Sky Valley Lookout. Anyway, back to Green Shutters. They couldn't compete with the Dillard House, I can only assume. So they closed. But I loved how, when you compare a place like Green Shutters with the Dillard House, you can see the difference between like mass-produced and small batch operations, like in terms of food. Because there were a few extra little pickle items that you only got a taste of at Green Shutters. And it made it so memorable that, yes, for years they did compete with the Dillard House. I thought it was kind of, exactly, because they were a differentiator. You can refer to Harvard Business School for what that is. A great many teachers on the subject. But yes, it was competition on some level, but it was differentiation on another. Why Green Shutters was able to exist at all. So yeah, it's all about business these days, folks. And that's making the world a better place, let me tell you. Because businesses should have standards. And then as far as who we need to be as business owners, which if you're a sole proprietor, if you're giving your services even for a corporation, there should be standards that are clearly outlined. We know that there are employee manuals, but people should stick to the employee manuals. Not just say, oh yeah, we have one, and then we don't follow it at all. Like, that's criminal. And then from there, you follow the letter of the law. And if you're a good person, this is not hard. Okay, it's bad people who think they can scream at you and discard you like you're nothing. That's what bad people do. And good people honor their commitments and care about the people right in front of them, which are customers, Like, I can't keep a job because my managers see me as competition. Why? Because I'm good at my job. So when at the point where they realize, because I fully reveal that you can't keep me under your thumb, it's over. But I'm already walking out the door at that point. They just try to throw the book at me on my way out. It's like, see ya. Like, I didn't know you were going to do that. I did. Because I know what stupid people do, And make no mistake, these managers here hate their jobs because they're not good at their jobs. You love your job when you're good at your job. That is human. I'm going to get all these people this year. But exactly, I'm not going to get them individually. I'm going to get their archetype. All right. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again.